Supreme, beautiful rising. What's up, you guys? Happy new day. Happy new and beautiful day. This is a day that we have made as a collective consciousness, so we must be glad and rejoice in it. I am grateful to be here right now in this now moment. Um, today, um, today is my born day, and I normally don't. I normally don't celebrate. Yes, today is my solar return. Um, I've been around the sun 50 times today. And I'm the reason why I'm doing this particular type of live is because of course I'm getting everybody happy solar return. Oh, yay. Tell her happy belated born day. Gratitude. Thank you. Well, Mr. Over It is over here on YouTube. Gratitude. Grateful. You guys, once again, I am also on YouTube at the same time. Eventually, I'm going to try to migrate over into YouTube full time. But, IG is my home. So, of course, I got to take care of the house. Hey, Mark. holding down the YouTube fort as usual. Hercules, gratitude. Right? So, because I'm getting everyone, of course, is saying happy birthday and all this other kind of stuff, and I be feeling some type of way, and everything. Thank you, Jennifer. I know I'm finna chop and screw up your name, but I'm saying it in love. Jenny Furia. I know I said that wrong, but gratitude. Yes, happy Earth Day. Be Earth Day. Gratitude. Yes, I'm grateful. I like that. Be Earth Day. I like that. Thank you. Okay. On the 20 is on the 28th. Okay. All right. We got all of these this beautiful water energy that's in the place, that's in the house. Oh, so I'm not going to be on here long, right? But I wanted to give a different perspective about solar returns and what it means to me, right? Because one of the things that was very significant with me is that throughout my whole entire tenure of being on this plane expressing, I would never was one to celebrate my birthday, even when I was still, what they would call sleep, right? What they would call sleep. I just naturally did not celebrate my birthday, and that was before, any of what I am now, right? And then, of course, at one particular point in time, I'm like, I wonder if I was a Jehovah Witness in a past life, because that was the only religion that I knew that really didn't celebrate birthdays. And so I was like, I wonder if I was Jehovah Witness in a past life. Like, I never really got into celebrating birthdays like that. And so my family would still do it or whatever, and I would comply, but it just always made me uncomfortable. But I just want to give a different perspective of how I see my solar return and what came to me, really, in terms of why all this time that I never really naturally wanted to celebrate a birthday. And then, of course, Prince came out and said what he said, which made a lot of sense. And now, with what it is that I know now, in terms of, we are what we get, we are what we speak, we are what we allow, we are what we internalize. So now I'm getting that there was an essence of me that was in a knowing, even when I didn't know. Even when I didn't know, there was an essence of me that knew. So one of the things that I want to say to you guys in regards to how I look at my solar return now is in full, how can I say, in full embracement, because it's really now the truth, is the reason why I didn't celebrate a birthday, because I wasn't really birthed, I was born, right? And I was born to be of service, right? I came here to be of service to others, right? Our presence, our being, and also to be of service to myself, but also the true intentions of me being in this space and coming into this illusionistic presence of expression was to be of service, is to be of service to others. And many times, when we celebrate our birthdays, it's not really a selfish thing, but we're looking to receive something, right? We're looking to receive, a happy birthday or a gift, or do something in celebration of yourself being born. So I think, in essence, the reason why I didn't allow myself to be celebrated in that regard is because I I came with the purpose of being of service, right? So therefore, the celebration of it for me wasn't really necessary, because the true core of me, in terms of who I am, even with me not knowing, there was a knowing that I was still expressing, even being unaware, that I was here to be of service. So this rising, of course, I know in 2009, the day before, you really were like, forget the twin. Yes, with Michael. Yes. I was, because it was just really, that's Mr. Over here on YouTube. He says, I know in 2009, the day before, you really were like, forget the 26. Rest in peace, MJ. Yes, that was, yes, yeah, that was a thing for me. But so that even kind of like, I didn't even think about my birthday, to be honest, during that time. You know what I'm saying? When that happened. So that was like, that was an, oh, well, hi, Nina. Supreme Rise. I got somebody come else on YouTube. Yay. I'm grateful. Thank you. Hercules. I love it when you guys, cross-reference each other from Instagram to YouTube. I'm grateful. I'm so grateful. So, but as I was saying, for me, it's about being of service, right? I'm of service in the essence of, how can I say, that's how I look at a solar return. And then also too, I was not celebrating it because, of course, without me knowing, you are, how can I say, you are agreeing with the aging experience, right? With the aging experience. So because, and I didn't know that at the time until I heard Prince with it, or whatever the case may be, but I knew that it was something. So I just wanted to get on here to say, no, I don't celebrate my birthday. I don't celebrate it in the essence of how it is understood, but I clearly am glad to be in this space. This is the day that this is the time that I chose to come in, to portal into this relative reality, to be of service to humanity, just by being, right? Just by being and emitting the frequency. And now, moving into my heart chakra space, in terms of emitting the vibration and the frequency from my heart chakra space, I'm really owning up to the purpose, the true purpose of why I incarnated and ported in on this day, not necessarily this day, but the day that I actually poured it in, the time coordinates of the day and the alignment of all of that into this, so that it's representing this now moment in this level of awareness. And so I'm grateful, they say, this is why I don't say, even though according to the Gregorian calendar says that I'm 50 years old, right? 50 years old. But I don't feel 50 years old. I don't feel 50. I don't feel 50. My knee got better. My knee got better overnight, like some kind of surgical procedure came overnight, and now my knees don't feel 50. No, my knee don't feel 50. That was a joke from yesterday, you guys. So I feel amazing, right? I really truly do feel amazing. And I picked a good time to pour in to this relative reality. And I'm grateful. I'm grateful for this, this experience and everything. So now, instead of me telling everybody, oh, I don't celebrate my birthday, because I was just constantly keep getting all of these texts and different things of that nature. So instead of me saying that I don't celebrate my birthday, this is what my birthday means to me. Like, this is what my born day means to me, right? This is the day that that I was born, right? I wasn't born today, obviously, right? So, but nevertheless, we're constantly reminding ourselves of our, our born date, right? Um, but in essence, I am here to be of service, right? I'm here to be of service to humanity and, and mankind, to be able to experience this dimension for whatever the reasons are in terms of how I have cultivated this experience. And so therefore, that's now that I've come to the maturity of why unaware, when I was in a state of unawareness, right? No meat knees. Hey, just over it. No meat knees. Hercules, Hercules. That thing funny. Hey, listen, listen. That's the only thing that I can attest to. If I try to attest it to something else, Mr. Overy, it's going to people gonna look at me really strange and unusual. But that's really what I think that it is that my molecular structure is just changing, and it is really doing something quite magnificent. But yeah, no meat knees. Hercules, no meat knees, okay? But yeah, my knee just got all right. It's like it was a gift to me. I woke up yesterday in the rise, and my knee felt like I got a brand new knee. And I said to myself, I said, right before, my born day, right, I'm getting this brand new knee. I could not believe it, and I kept rubbing it and everything, like, is this really my knee? Because it felt like my knee, and it still feels the same. Like, it's like I really got a new knee, y'all. Got a new knee. Okay? I can't explain it, and I had no surgeries. Nothing of the sort came into, the traditional way of how we understand or whatever, in terms of going to a doctor, taking medication, taking cortisone shots. None of that commenced. I just woke up like this. It is. Yep, your big toe used to hurt. See? My best friend just told me today that she used to have back pains, right? And now she don't have the back pains anymore. Okay? So I'm grateful for this now moment to have something significant to say. If you don't really know what's going on, watch your avatar. Watch your avatar, because your avatar is going to uniquely tell you and stand out something that is going to stand out. So if you had some kind of, joint pain or something like that, well, thank you, Carissa. Hey, Mama. Hercules got YouTube in the house. The YouTube in the house. Hey. Thank you, Mama. You got something significant that's going on, and you notice that there's a great, significant, noticeable change in a positive way. That, to me, that's these energies. Although, yes, I did, I stopped consuming meat. Right? I stopped consuming meat. However, I really think that it's something atmospherically in terms of the energies that is responding to our vessel, in terms of why many of us are not having all of these body aches and pains and different things that we were used to having. I think meat consumption will randomly affect joints on people. Gout is a culprit. Yes, I've heard about gout. I've never made any proclaim to have it or anything like that, but I hear people that claim gout, and they take the doctor, and the doctor say that they got gout, and then they run with it. I got gout. I ain't got shit. Even if the doctor tell me that I got it, I don't care if the test came out 3 times positive. I ain't got shit. I know now that I don't have anything. Even, and people might say, oh, that is delusional. Well, we are in an illusion, right? We are moving from an illusion to sixth sense of understanding, so it makes sense anyway. If it's a delusion, it's still an illusion. I don't have to agree with it, whether it substantiates itself in this relative reality or not. I don't have to agree with it. You might want to call me crazy. You could call me whatever you want to call me, is what I answer to. That's what makes a difference, right? So I'm not making any proclaims of anything that I don't want to experience. You guys already know that. But yes, meat is a thing. It has all of this other stuff that's in it. And I'm not here to tell nobody not to eat meat or anything like that. That I'm not doing. I don't want nobody to, You do what you got to do, because I realized that to get me to this space, it wasn't nobody telling me that you shouldn't eat it, you shouldn't eat it. It was me coming to the conclusion within myself, right? In terms of what it is that, in terms of what it is that I needed to do for myself, right? When my big toe was really painful and all of a sudden it was gone, I'm telling you, it's something that is atmospherically some type of energetic phenomenon that is taking place right now. And I'm sure that if people are willing to admit it and they are truly in observation of themselves, they will notice that they're no longer having certain pains. Okay? And they may still be consuming meat and everything. Because it's really about you, the being, the vessel, the energies that is connecting with you. And I really want to say that there is this beautiful phenomenon that is energetically taking place that we as beings are benefiting from. Hi, Golden. Thank you, Mama. Gratitude for your presence. I'm grateful. I'm grateful. Thank you. Right? But back to me embracing this concept of my born day, because I'm getting so much happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday. And everybody knows that I don't celebrate my birthday, but yet people are still robotic about, sending in love. It's no harm intended. It's all, in love and different things of that nature to celebrate me. But it's not about celebrating me, right? It's about me being in a space and being of service to this construct, right? So that is the reason why, for me, I believe that I never really, in a state of unawareness, even in a state of unawareness, I never celebrated a birthday, because the purpose for me being into this space and incarnating into this space was to be of service. And I'm grateful that, I came to this level of awareness in this matter, because I never really quite understood what was so different about me and why I wasn't gravitating to celebrating birthdays and different things of that nature. That was something that was really, really natural, but it was always around me. It was always around me, even with my children. They hold on to their birthdays and different things of that nature. So I said, okay, well, it's something that I need to understand about this day. And because for me, I don't celebrate it, right? But what really for me is to be celebrated, if I was to give it any type of energy in terms of celebration, is that I am grateful that I chose this now moment, this now time, or that time that I decided to pour it in or be born, right? To be into this space and to grow into this, spiritual maturity, to realize that this day that they're saying that is my solar return or is my birthday is the day that I decided to come into and to materialize, to be of service to this realm, to this reality, right? And so therefore that was my purpose, right, for coming in. So therefore that's why I didn't celebrate birthdays and different things, right? Happy Supreme Solar Return, Mommy. These are your best. Yes, thank you. These are definitely my best days, because I'm becoming aware of a lot of things that I was not really aware of, and it was a little bit perplexing. But you're absolutely right. My best friend asked me, I just did Starbucks, and of course Starbucks, I didn't say my birthday, because I'm not gonna say nothing. And it's like, oh, happy birthday! You wasn't gonna say anything? And I was like, no, because I know that you already know, right? So I didn't want to say nothing, because I don't like the hoopla, right? So she was like, well, how old are you? Let me guess. And then she started off as low as 32. I was like, oh, snap, right? My best friend was on the phone, right before I did the live. And she started off as low as 32. And I was like, no. And I kept going, no, or whatever, until finally she's like, oh, my God. And I was like, yeah, I get that a lot. I get that a lot. That's true. I get it a lot. So, and so I told my best friend, my best friend was on the phone when all that was transpiring, and she was like, well, how old? She said, I know how old you is. How old are people think that you are? And how old do you feel? Now, this is my best friend asking me this. And I say, and truth be told, I definitely don't feel 50, right? Other than that knee, and that knee got better overnight. So I damn sure I might can get, I might can get drop it like it's, drop it like it's hot now, right? I might can get low. This knee ain't giving me no urges anymore, right? It's not giving me no issues, right? So I might can do a little drop now and bring it back up. You know what I'm saying? A little bounce, right? But I definitely don't feel 50, right? I definitely don't feel 50, right? I get people have the medium that everybody think that I'm in at the least is in my 30s, right? People think that I'm in my 30s, right? Yeah, see? Oh, yeah, the most definitely 32 is a system. Yes, most people think I'm in my 30s, okay? So, but how old do I feel? Oh, I look 25? Oh, man. now he really... All right. Thank you, Sticks. All right. Hercules. Oh, gosh, right? Age is a spell to bring death on, which is an illusion. Yes. So this is why I'm doing this live, right? This is why I'm doing this live, because I want people to understand that what born day is for me, right? Or what a solar return is for me, is me being grateful and thankful for choosing this now moment, right? Coming into and portaling in to be an expression that is assisting this plane in its ascension, that is also assisting me in my evolution, my soul's evolution. It is with purpose, right? In the essence of me being born into this realm for a purpose and for a reason, right? Not to celebrate age, right? Not to celebrate age based off of a Gregorian calendar, right? So when I began to understand that the born day was not to be celebrated in the essence of age, but it's to be celebrated in the essence of purpose, that when you begin to understand your incarnate aspect of self, that you were born into this realm for a purpose. There was a purpose, right? The purpose was not to celebrate a ritual of aging based off of Gregorian calendar, because the Gregorian calendar is how can I say, I don't know. It's an orchestration that is there for gematria. So therefore, anything that we kind of somewhat relatively celebrate within the Gregorian calendar has a ritualistic value to it, right? We didn't know, in essence, of that it being a ritual, right? Because we just looked at the calendar to which it really truly is, right? In terms of how it was taught to us to understand. But everything that is on the Gregorian calendar is ritualistic in nature, and because the calendar itself is, they pause the live, you guys. IG always pausing the live. The calendar itself is based off of rituals. It has a ritualistic essence and value to it. So when we celebrate, you call it birthdays. No, it's not your birthday. It is your born day. That is the day that you decided to move in, to come in and port in this experience, right? Into this experience. And that the day that you decided to port in as a soul essence, because the thing about you is that there are so many versions of us. We are multidimensional beings. There's an aspect of you that is somewhere else, right? There's an aspect of you that is being expressed somewhere else because of the diversity, right? The diversity of what we are in terms of how we're able to express, right? So there was a purpose that you decided to port in. For an example, there was a purpose that I decided to port in on their Gregorian calendar, June 26, 1973 at 7:02 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Whatever coordinates, astrological coordinates that was going on at the time, whatever it was that allowed for the perfect conditions for me to be able to port through, right? That I came through with purpose. And the purpose of me was to be an energetic being and facilitate a purpose of being that being energetically to what we are experiencing now. So this is my understanding of my born day, Okay, not to be celebrate, not to celebrate aging. It wasn't. That's the illusion, right? That is the illusion. This is how I'm understanding it, and I'm sharing this concept with you guys. And I know that there are going to be some beings that's going to be like, nah, I need my birthday celebrated because, honey, I'll be getting gifts and everything like that. And that's okay, because that's the experience that you want to experience. But understand that that experience was conjured ritualistically in the Gregorian calendar for the spell of aging, right? So that you can experience aging. And I think a lot of why I didn't age, progression, age progression in the essence that I, could have potentially did in terms of celebrating it, is because I didn't celebrate it. I naturally, in my internal self, no matter what my external people were trying to do or get me to do or whatever the case may be, I was true to the core that I ain't celebrating the shit. Didn't know why. Thought I was odd, strange, and unusual, right? Right? But I just didn't, right? Caterpillar to the butterfly. Thank you. Gratitude, Mr. Thomas. I just didn't, okay? Naturally, I didn't. I just didn't. I didn't care what was it, that they gave me and everything. They would have to surprise me because they already knew that I was going to say no and everything like that. So I've always been that way. And I think that because I didn't, just like Prince said, I heard what Prince said and I was like, damn, shit. And he's Jehovah's Witness. But I was like, yeah, he said the reason why he didn't age because he doesn't say he's only had one born day. Right? So why am I constantly celebrating something that has already occurred? Right? I'm not having multiple born days. I poured it in one time and I'm going to pour it out. Right? I'm only poured it in one time, pour it out. So that's the thing. Okay. And that's why I wanted to explain myself. I had to explain myself to myself because I'm like, why I just don't fit, you know what I'm saying? Why is it? And it irritated me when I hear people say happy birthday, I'm like, and I know that they're doing it in love. They don't mean no harm. They're doing it in the conditions, the conditions of, how everything has been construct. And I was talking about this moment. Oh, okay, Mr. Overett. Thank you for the clarification. I'm grateful. So for me, now that I'm coming into my maturation of self, right, or knowledge of self, I understand now that, Divine, Patrice, the reason why you didn't, is because you knew deep down inside that your purpose was not to come here to be celebrated in a ritualistic fashion, because we're all a part of some level of ritual unknowingly, right? We're not unaware. Patrice inspired me to stop counting my age, even though others that are in the matrix are helping me to. Yes, I'm grateful. Oh, gosh, I'm grateful. I mean, just make sure that this is something that is true for you. You know what I'm saying? Like, being able to decide to pour it in during this period of transition from 3D is like shedding face. Yes! But you know what, Mr. Overett, let me tell you something. When I got up this rising and I'm like, I was ready for what didn't want to happen. And I'm like, okay, I got to transmute that energy because it's putting me in a space where that's not necessarily conducive to what it is that I truly want to express, because here I am bracing for something that I don't want to experience, right? Because I got people that's, coming in saying happy birthday, and it happens every year, and I get into this thing like, why don't people just leave me alone and hear the words that are coming out of my mouth? How much time do I gotta say that I don't celebrate birthdays? Like, this every year, right? So, but I realize that people are systematic, right? And so therefore that's just the nature of what has been cultivated. That's what it is, what they call it, second nature, right? So that's just that. And I know that there's no harm intended. But now that I've come to the spiritual maturation or the maturity to understand within myself why I didn't, it was, this was because of, the Patrice, right? Now I'm grateful. I can now know. So even if somebody does say, happy birthday or whatever the case may be, now I'm aware of why, because I didn't know why. I just didn't do it. But now I know why, because as you say, Mr. Overett, that this shedding, this metamorphosis has taken place that has allowed me to move into this transitional phase of energy, right? From the third density to this transitional phase of energy where there has begotten more clarity upon myself within myself because I was ready to receive it. Now I'm in a space where I'm ready to receive the truth about myself because I am now open to the truth of myself, right? Before, for whatever the reasons are, I was vibrating from a vortex that, I wasn't, ready to receive the truth of myself. So therefore, I was still moving, from a knowing, right? Because I didn't celebrate my birthday. I didn't within myself, right? Although others celebrated it for me because they did it out of, out of habit, out of tradition, out of cultivation, out of indoctrination, all of those many little things that comes in part that cultivates us as a society. But I stayed true to self, right? I stayed true to me. Okay. Patrice, we were knowing, we knew limits were not where we wanted to be. And now that is where I'm going to beg to differ, right? This is where this new profound aspect for me in terms of, my spiritual maturation says that we did know that we were coming into a limited construct. And the true essence of us throughout the love consciousness is what allowed us to be able to move into this construct and give us the fortitude to be able to how can I still express in this construct, because at the end of the day we are truly love. We are the epitome, the purest of love. Although this construct has cultivated us to experience ourselves outside of selves, experience the limited side of self, but we poured it into this construct. Like for me, on this day 50 years ago, Gregorian calendar, I poured it with the knowledge of knowing that I was porting in a limited expression of a limited construct of energetic expression, right? Yes, without love. With love is, we are the most, and I know that this construct has cultivated us in such a ways for us to not see ourselves as the purest of love, but you had to be of love, the purest of love, to which cannot be it's incomprehensible at this level of consciousness. But you got to think about it. You had to be of the purest of love to be able to come into this construct, because this construct is so polarized and so opposite of who you are. So what is more powerful? Believe it or not, the more powerful beings that are actually here are the most powerful to go into a polarized energetic construct that is going to illusionistically show you the opposite of self. You are very powerful. To me, the most egregious of person is probably the most purest of love, right? So therefore, with me, I have to understand in this construct, they are egregious, right? They are egregious, but you had to be of some form of purest of love caliber to be able to even come into this construct. So therefore, this is why I say on my solar born day, right, came in with a purpose. My solar born day was not to come in to be celebrated in a ritualistic aspect of, aging, right? Right? So you have been in this world in this form for that many years, but the passing of time is an illusion that only appears this way on earth. Yes, because we are in agreement. Justin tells jokes because we are collectively in agreement with the construct of the Gregorian calendar, which is gematria, right? And so therefore, with rituals, okay? So therefore, any essence of participation into the Gregorian calendar, when you ask what day it is, what time it is, birthdays, all of these things are holidays and different things of that nature. All of these days are ritualistically connected to the astrological things, like the winter solstice, the summer solstice, the spring solstices and different things of that nature, right? Which are these portals, astrological portals. It is all connected. The Gregorian calendar is all connected to astrology, right? Right? But in essence, the truth of you are an infinite being, an eternal being that has been placed energetically in an illusionistic aspect of construct. So it has to be illusion if you are truly infinite, right? Right? Yes, right. That's right. And you have to be open. You have to be open to it. But to be at this period of third density limit, which I see are melting away. Yes, we're transmuting, Mr. Over it. Absolutely. That's why our knee don't hurt no more. That's why your toe don't hurt no more, right? That's why my best friend back stopped hurting, right? Because we are transitioning out and we are allowing more light energy to come into our vessel. Okay, it's changing and rewriting the codes. And the thing about it is that, the essence of that beauty is that they don't know what these codes are. All right. But our body is responding to it because we are still a part of the essence of the all, right? We're still a part of the essence of the all, right? So, I'm grateful now. I feel at peace in a sense because I'm grateful, to have poured it in, right? And come into this space, right, in terms of being, right, and having the ability to be in this beautiful energetic expression, because now I'm realizing the purpose of me coming into this day, right, this day that is constantly celebrated every year in a ritual. It's a ritualistic thing. And let me say this now. I'm not saying that you guys should not celebrate your birthdays or different things. The way that you want to celebrate your birthday, that brings you the greatest of peace and understanding. I am not here to judge and say that you are wrong for doing it or you are right, because we all have purpose and we are all here to experience what this dynamic has to offer, right? We're here, right? Let me explain something to you. The beauty about us, right? The beauty about us, right? The good, the bad, the ugly, and the indifferent is that porting into this reality, we are the purest of love, right? We are the purest of love, right? We are the purest of love. I know a lot of people like, not everybody is the purest. Let me explain something to you. Somewhere deep down inside, buddy love, you are the purest of love. You may not be expressing it right now, but that don't mean that it's there. That is not there, right? Right? Somewhere deep down inside of buddy love, you have that essence of you that is there. You may not be expressing from that vortex, but it's there. It's there to be activated. It's there to be stimulated, or whatever the case may be. So, we are here. We have a purpose. And we got distracted. We got distracted from that purpose of being by birthdays, right? By celebrating birthdays. Okay. That's right. And there we are. I know I say that name wrong. Can you? I know I said it. Comedic. I know I said it wrong. Chopped and screwed. Chopped and screwed. I chopped and screwed up your name. But we are definitely the purest of the love vibration or love frequency. Okay. I know that it may be hard to believe in the essence of, of what this construct has basically shown us, but that it's a knowing. It's something that you have to have within yourself. It's a knowing, right? It is a knowing. Okay. And so therefore, it's deep down inside, buddy love. It's there. It's with us, within us. There's a gazillion of us. We're expressing right now. There's an essence of us vibrationally that is energetically that is expressing material, where there's an essence of us that is expressing us in pure plasma energy, right? There may be an essence of us, that is a star right now, because we are so vast and we are so multidimensional. So when I begin to understand the greater purpose of the multiplicity of me, and the love that I had to choose to come into this construct that was going to show me illusionistically a polar opposite of me, I had to be of some kind of love in order to be coming to this experience. I know that this experience want to say that, no, you did something wrong. You came through Saturn, and Saturn is the jail. And if you come through this house and this and that or whatever, because you were bad and you were evil and you had to be reincarnated, all that shit is experienced in the density. And to be constantly inundated, and not to say that there's no truth in it. Of course it's true. It has been created for it to be a relative reality so that you can experience the vibration that comes along with it. But when you move into the essence of being closer to who you are in the purest of your true expression of self, you realize that it's just an experience. You realize that it's a valid experience. You accept the value of what it really represents itself to be. And then when you become aware of it, you make a decision on whether or not if you still want to express from it. That's because we have never been captive. We have never been held hostage. All of this was best expressed in the essence to which it was. And when you become aware, you begin to speak like me. Right? You cannot hold love hostage. Love has to want to be in the space that it resides. You cannot hold love hostage. You cannot hold love hostage. I heard a young man on a live yesterday, and he was angry. He was so angry. And the only thing that I could do is just look at him and just like, and just breathe. Because the experience is so real for him. You know what I'm saying? He's really caught up into the academy aspect of this experience, right? It's so real for him, right? And I remember back in the day, I would get upset, like, what is wrong? What is wrong with this fool? You know what I'm saying? Like that. But now I'm moving out of the essence of, the perplexity, right? And being perplexed and realizing from the love vortex, it's just that this experience is so real to him, right? The experience is so real to them, right? Now, this is, let me put my disclaimer out there. This is just me. This is how Divine Words of Wisdom, aka Patrice Ansby, aka Divine Words of Wisdom, is understanding my relative reality, right? The way you understand it works for you, right? There's no right, there's no wrong. It just is. Just being. This construct of what it is, you can create heaven or hell depending on the chakras you've been in. Yes. And there's a plethora of them. There's a plethora of vibrational vortex. Let me explain something to you what came to me. We are vast. We are beyond comprehension at this level of consciousness. When you get into this space, I ask myself, do I want to stay a human being because I love being a human being? Or do I want to stay a human being because I'm in fear of being something else, right? And if I'm in fear of being something else, that means that I'm not freeing myself, right? I'm caught up in the construct of this relative reality, which is illusionistic in nature, and I'm thinking that it's so real, it's so true, right? I'm caught up, right? Because I can't see myself anything else other than this human experience, right? That's the construct. That's how deeply embedded and coded we were into the construct, right? But then when you finally starting to, move out, right? Out of the way, move yourself out of your own way, right? When you begin to move yourself out of your own way, it changes the dynamic, right? So now am I ready to experience other relative realities of different calibers of energetic expression? Well, obviously, because we are actually going through that metamorphosis ourselves. But the thing of it is I want to say that you guys are the purest of love. I know it's hard to see it in others right now because this construct we were deeply webbed, right, into the construct of this density. So it makes it so hard to see things outside of what this construct has been so firm and consistent on giving us, right? On giving you, right? But I am grateful, though. I am grateful that, the physical, yes. But we're multidimensional because the essence of us, they call it multitasking, but the essence of us in that regard, we've always been expressing from a multidimensional sense, right? You're thinking, you're physically, you're moving, you're thinking, you're doing so many different things. You're dreaming, and you have your dreams. Sometimes we daydream, we night dream. Sometimes we stay in dream state all the time. You got people that stay in dream state all the time. You got classification of schizophrenia. You got classification of bipolarism. Right, so they classify it and they give it a negative connotation to it, right? Because they don't. This relative reality don't want you to realize it's serving what it's serving, and doesn't want you to realize how dimensional you are, right? Right? So it gives it different labels, and it associates a different vibration to either you embrace it or you stay away from it or you are in fear of it, right? Why do you think we as spirit, we focus more on the spirit than the physical? Because that, for how I understand it, is that the spiritual side of you is the creative force source energy. That is the essence of you, that is a part of the materialization of what you create in terms of matter, your intuition, right? Without you knowing how to read or write or anything, that is the creation source force energy, right? A part of the creation source force energy, right? Okay. So that's you. That's the power. That's just like gasoline to an engine, right? Right? But we are attached to the physical. Even with the knowledge of knowing that, we're not motivated, the physical doesn't really motivate the spiritual. It's the spiritual that really motivates the physical. But because we are attached to the physical and everything is physical, we're deeply embedded, rooted into this web, right? So we kind of like put the cart before the horse. Okay. But in actual reality, it's the spiritual side of you, or the metaphysical side of you. The meta comes before the physical. The spiritual comes before the physical, right? The soul becomes before the meta, right? In that order of operation, in that regard. So, but the thing of it is, it's so complicated yet so simple. The complexity, what makes it complicated is because we see ourselves in the reverse, right? Reverse of order. Okay. Right? Gratitude. I'm grateful. Thank you. Thank you. We see ourselves in the reverse of order. But think about this, though. It's something that Mr. Over just said over here on YouTube. Just be you, right? Absolutely. Be true to you. I said this yesterday, and I'm gonna say it again today. And I had the very thing that I tell you guys to do, I do it for myself, right? I had a conversation with myself this rise, and I'm like, okay, Divine, Patrice, Divine, why is it that you cringe on your solar return? Why you don't want nobody to say happy birthday to you, right? And I had to say, okay, why? What is it? And the answer came just like that. I'm like, shit, I should have asked this a few years ago, right? Right? Okay. And what came to me is exactly what I just told you guys, is that my purpose for being here was not to be in a space to celebrate myself. It was to be in a space to be of service to others. That is the true reason of my born day, right? Not because my mama and my daddy wanted me or didn't want me or whatever the case may be, right? The true essence for me being in this space, in this now moment, is for me to be of service. Energetic service. Now, energetic service to humanity, energetic service to the birds, the bees, the animals, the trees, the ecosystem, because your presence, if you were to see yourself in an luminous side, right? And there are energies that are in observation of you. They don't see the physical, right? They see your light. They see your energy, your resonance, right? They don't see the physical of you. They see your glory, okay? So when I decided to pour it in, right, on this day that they're celebrating, I came with a purpose. Not to be celebrated, but to be of service. Okay? Not to be a part of a ritualistic value from a Gregorian calendar that is more deeply webbed into an illusionistic side because of the rituals that is associated with it. And don't get me wrong, I'm not knocking the Gregorian calendar and its rituals, because once you get on this side, once you begin to migrate on the other side of the rainbow, you begin to realize that it has a right to be expressed. It is what it is. It's just a choice of whether or not if you're going to choose to be a part of that expression or not. And the reason why we were being a part of something because we were in a state of unawareness. A lot of people say state of ignorance. I don't like to say ignorance because we're not ignorant. We're just unaware. Because once you get into that awareness, then you set it aside. It's just simply like, okay, I don't fuck with that no more. Once you begin to, you just okay, that's what that was about. All right, so it is what it is. I ain't fucking with that no more. Once you get aware, it's just like that. You don't have no qualms or nothing about it. It's just like, okay, you had a right to be, you had the right to be here. You had the right to be a part of the plot or the part of the movie. You the plot of the movie. So, you had the right to have your little space and your 15 minutes of fame. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you look at it from that perspective and then you just migrate into the essence of what it is that you truly want to experience. You don't create no resistance. You begin to understand that it has a right to exist. Right? We were just participating, or many of us still do participate it in ignorance, and not necessarily ignorance, but it's unawareness. But then the thing of it is that even if someone came to you, let me explain something. If I was to come to somebody and say, listen, you ain't supposed to be celebrating no birthday. I can't come to nobody and tell nobody that they ain't supposed to be celebrating no birthday, and I could give them my whole analogy as to why you shouldn't do it. But it's not for them. They're not ready for that vibration. When they're ready to express from that level of consciousness in that vibrational essence of how it's going to be expressed vibrationally, they will go into that space. It's not for me to tell nobody how to express themselves, because whatever purpose that they came here with still stands. It still stands. It's still their being in terms of them being selected to come. They could be the worst person in the world, but their inner beacon within themselves, right? It's still going to emit a frequency. It's still going to emit a vibrational essence of themselves at the core, in the truth of them, not the illusion, the truth of you. Right? The power that is truly vesting within your being, the truth of you. And I know it's so hard to say, oh no, if they acting like an asshole, they really is an asshole. No, they are an asshole on this side of the level of consciousness that they are expressing from, which is illusionistic in nature, because still the core of them is pure love. They just ain't expressing from it right now, but it's there. Pure love. You vibing out of eating meat is absurd. Yes! Because look, Hercules. Right? Right. It's about, how can I say, what's the word that I used the other day? It's about equilibrium, 0 point energy, right? Coming, you're not resisting or opposing, right? You're being, right? No judgment. And Paul's alive again, you guys. IG Paul's alive. No judgment. I'm grateful, Chris Star Music. I'm grateful. But always know you guys have an equally, if not more, beautiful light to express. It's there, you guys. And I'm just here just giving you, an aspect of myself, right? I'm just a reflection of you vibrating from a different vibrational vortex, or, different level of consciousness, right? But we're all here. We're all one. We were all, top chosen. No matter how we are out here acting the fool, like a kid in a candy store, you know what I'm saying? Done came down here, done forgot who they are, and they glad they done forgot the pure side of them so they can express the polar side of them, right? Right? And just doing the damn thing. And then when they get back to the pure side of them, they like, damn, I had a good ass time. Now you back to yourself, your true self, and you done had the polarized experience, right? You come back, and the thing for me, you guys, what's coming to me, I'm not being held hostage, nor have I ever been held hostage in terms of the reincarnation wheel. If I ever participated in a reincarnation wheel, it's because I just wanted to get on that amusement ride to see what it felt like. See, this is where it comes into how I begin to understand this process or this experience, right? My purpose. My purpose is to be in this experience and be of service to this realm. Energetic service. The part that you guys don't see because we're so focused on the physical side of how we are expressing, right? So you just see divine words of wisdom or Patrice, in the flesh, right? But the universe sees you in your true essence, to which you are energy. So I'm expressing my energy in this vortex for whatever the reasons are at the level of consciousness that it is. Because the true pure essence of me is pure love. That's how I understand it. Now, I know that many people might come and be like, oh, what divine, it's a little bit more deeper than that. No, it's more deeper than that for you. Because where you are vibrating from at the level of consciousness is allowing it to be represented itself to you for the experience and the evolution of your soul. See, you ain't gonna get no argument with me. It's because I understand what it is for you. Or if you come, well, divine, it ain't like that because it's this, that, and no, it's that for you. This is the essence of your choice and your choosing of how you are processing this now moment. This is you, how you understand it, right? That's what it is for you, right? And if you have any co-creators that is in agreement with you in the essence of that, that's fine, right? But you can't say that I'm wrong and you're right, nor can I say that you're wrong and I'm right. We are just being in our true essence of what it is that we are processing in this now moment and we are experiencing, right? Rain on me. Mr. Over, he can bring the food out of me. You see, all he do, he ain't over here on IG where y'all can see what he's saying, right? He over here on YouTube, right? Making a fool out of me, and y'all gonna be like, what is going on with Divine? No, I got 2 lives going on all at the same time, IG and Instagram. And Mr. Overett, he always make me laugh. He over here on Instagram wilding out. YouTube wilding out on me. Rain on me, because he see the rain, right? I know it don't make sense, y'all, because he's not over here on Instagram, but it's all right. Right? So when we begin to kind of somewhat, try to judge people and try to tell people, oh, no, you are wrong. This is wrong. And this is what it is. And no, when you see a person that is passionate about how can you tell a person that they are wrong and how they're perceiving their reality? It's wrong for you. Oh no, Divine, you gotta help them see themselves. When they're ready to see themselves, they will seek and they will find. They will knock and the door shall be open, right? When they're ready to receive, right? You can't inundate them with anybody. Can anybody inundate you with anything and force you to do something that you don't want to do? Hell, it took a minute for me to even get my own self to lay back on me. I had to figure out myself within myself so that I can prepare myself to be in the space to no longer consume meat. So that was a process for myself, right? So I know that shit, if I had a hard time with me, I know damn well that, I can't force nobody, that expressing differently from me, right? People have to come into their own knowing. But the beauty about what's happening right now is that we are getting a reset, right? You know how you go on the back of your computer and you hit that reset button and everything get back to, they reboot itself. So these codes that we're getting in energetically is recalibrating us, right? It's like, recalibrating us, defragmenting us, breaking us up and putting us back together again or whatever. Humpty Dumpty sat on the wall. Humpty Dumpty had a great fall. All the king horses, all the came in. Couldn't put Humpty Dumpty back together again. But Humpty Dumpty is getting back there. We that damn Humpty Dumpty, right? We're Humpty Dumpty, okay? We're getting put back together again, okay? We're being defragged and put back together again. We're getting the right proper coding so that we can become into our true essence of knowing and receive the light code information that is going to allow us to function at a different level of consciousness, right? Uniformity in some essence, right? So when people are seeing that the world is bad and everything and all this other kind of stuff, the world ain't bad to me. The world ain't bad to me no more. It used to be. It used to be they did. It used to be. Y'all could go back watching your stream from India. Hi. I got somebody else. Yay. Hello Palmer. Gratitude. Thank you for being on the YouTube side. I'm grateful. Thank you. Right? When you begin to, really truly see the essence of yourself and the power that is vested in you, that we're choosing our relative reality, that we've always made the choice. You could go back and look at some of the videos. I'm like, they did this, they did that. The draconian reptilians did that. And then the Anunnakians coming in and everybody think that it's them. Victim consciousness. I don't care how I made it sound. It was still moving from victim consciousness. They did something to me. No, they didn't do anything to me. Nothing was done to me. Everything was done for me. Right? When you begin to move into this vibrational vortex of level of consciousness, it changes the whole dynamic of how you perceive everything. Right? They didn't do anything to me that I didn't allow. And if I was frightened, if I was scared, it's because I was cultivated to be attached to my avatar, right? I'm attached to the avatar. I don't want to lose my avatar in a catastrophic way. I don't want to die. I don't want to die like that. If I got to die, I don't want to die like that. I don't want to get killed. Because we're attached to the avatar, emotionally attached to the avatar. So that was a stronghold, right? As to why we oftentimes felt like something was being done to us, right? But in essence, it's being done for us. Because it's our choice to be energetically in this space to express from. It was a choice. We chose to come into this construct, right? We came into this construct in a knowing. Okay, I stop watching doing because I'm about to ruin the image and the style that you're used to. I look funny, but I'm making money. You see, whole world, I hope you're ready for me. Right, because he didn't give a shit about how nobody, I don't know who that rapper is, but he didn't give a shit about the perception of what people thought of him. Because when you come into the realization, and believe it or not, most people that are in the entertainment industry, one of the things that stuck out with me with Keke Palmer, right? Let me tell you what Keke Palmer said without saying, right? She hipping us on game, but a lot of people ain't really paying attention to it. She decided to go into astrology, right? She decided to go in astrology. Now, people sleep on astrology, right? I do. I sleep on astrology. I don't really fuck with astrology like that, right? But she decided to go into astrology, right? To see her coordinates. Because to come into this realm, you have to go through that realm of astrology. So that's where your Cancer and your Scorpio, that's a whole realm. That's a whole realm. So you have to energetically pass through that realm, that astrological realm, just like this is a realm too. You have to pass through that astrological realm in order to physically incarnate. Okay, the essence of you as an energy or soul essence or spiritual essence or fragmental energy, however you want to see yourself, it all is the same goddamn thing. You have to pass through the realm of what they call astrology. Astrology is a whole realm. It's a whole vibrational realm. So in order to be able to understand this realm and really maneuver in this realm and be able to conquer the material world, you got to know astrology, right? That's why they kept you away from astrology to the complexity. So for those of us that did not choose astrology, like we not astrological in nature, right? We didn't choose to really get into the essence of astrology. We chose the highest difficulty level. It's like you choosing a level of difficulty on the game, right? So we chose the highest difficulty level, right, to be expressed on the game in this illusionistic reality, because the astrology and the material realm, they shake hands with each other, right? That's a part of the essence of the gematria ritualistic. So it'll allow you to understand how when they do the rituals in the solstices and different things of that nature, they shake hands with each other. So that's why astronomy was frowned upon in this reality, right? Because they work with each other in terms of how you become more successful in the material realm than anything, right? But we were shunned against astrology when the two of them was twin flame. This realm and the astrology, they were best friends. They work together simultaneously. They're in conjunction with each other. And if you understand the astrology, you will begin to materialize effortlessly in the material realm. Okay? So they know. Right? They know. Okay? So that's the beauty about being on the other side of the rainbow, or at least migrating on the other side of the rainbow. I'm in my journey. Dun, 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 dun. I'm traveling to the other side of the rainbow, right? So in my travels, I'm like, oh, so that's what it was, and this is what it is, and oh shit, well, god damn, all right, and it's amazing. You know what I'm saying? It's freeing, it's liberating, right? Like I said, shit. They say, Gregorian calendars say, I'm 50. I don't feel 50. I don't feel 50 on no caliber of what 50 even is. I feel freaking amazing. I don't feel no number. I just feel me. I feel me. I feel amazing. I'm not attaching myself to an age or I feel 25 or I feel 19. I'm not attaching myself to that. In this now moment, I feel amazing. I feel forever young, right? That's what I feel in this now moment. In my heart chakra, that's what I feel in my now moment. I feel forever young. Okay? Hi, Tori. Hi, everybody that's coming in. Gratitude for you guys' presence. I am grateful. Thank you for being here. Right? I feel forever young. So I'm not even attaching myself to an age. And make it so bad, this knee here done started to work again. Shit. All right. So, I'm grateful for this now moment. I'm grateful, for, what this now moment is representing itself to be, right? The essence of the now. Okay. Because this is a beautiful, beautiful experience, right? Now, especially when you begin to recognize your purpose, my initial born day purpose, the day that I ported into this relative reality, into this illusionary aspect of energetic expression, was to be of service energetically, the core of me, the truth of me, right? Regardless of what role I played in this relative reality, the core of me, the beacon of light still was lit in this realm. No matter how dim it may have appeared to other people, I was still bright like a morning star, right? My purpose on my born day was to be of service to this realm, energetic service to this realm. And when I say energetic service, I could have just went in a corner and sat still and not did nothing. And I still would have been of energetic service to this realm by being here. No matter the stuff that I did was just the fun part of being and the experience part of being and the evolutionary aspect of the soul part of being. But in essence, if all I wanted to do was just sit in one spot and just breathe without doing anything, my being was of service to this realm. Right? That's what my born day means to me. And that's why I never celebrated the Gregorian calendar of the ritualistic value of aging. Right? I'm only born one time. I came into this realm in this state of awareness one time. Right? I may have had multiple entries, but in this state of awareness, in this state of being, I was born one time. Once. And it was not for me to be celebrated, but it was for me to be of service. That's for me. All right? So that's what I wanted to say. I wanted to, even on this day, right? I'm grateful because I'm still being of service, right? I'm still being of service. I'm sharing an aspect of myself, giving you guys a different perspective, right? I'm giving you guys a different perspective. Not to tell you guys what to do and how you want to experience this realm, because there's infinite possibilities of what you can experience in this realm. Any realm, infinite possibilities, right? Infinite. And now that I can begin to see who we are as a collective in the love, I can see love in you because now I see love in myself. Even if you acting a fool, I can still see love in you because I understand, right? I understand that you are here to have an experience. In the core essence of you, you had to be one powerful being to come into this realm to decide to experience a polar opposite of self, right? You say, I know you don't do zodiac, but I love my cancers. Yeah, the cancers, but the thing of it is the astrological, one of the things that I've read vibrationally from Kiki Palmer, is that the astrological side is connected to this realm. They work simultaneously, they work hand in hand. So it'll behoove you to begin to understand the astrology side, right? Because that is the essence of how you materialize. That's one of the power sources to be able to materialize in this realm, right? That is why I'm so attached to you. Today is my aunt's godmother's second mom's birthday. Ah, she's a therapist and social worker. That's normally the genre that many Cancerians get into, and one of the most brilliant people I've ever met. Oh, grateful. Yes, I studied psychology. I was going to transfer out of nursing and just go into be a clinician in psychology. And I just could not take the bureaucracy in it. But I love psychology. I love being a clinician in that regard. And so that's it. That, most of us water signs do tend to follow that particular type of path. Being of service at some level of capacity, at some caliber. So yeah, that makes complete sense, Crystal Music. It makes complete sense, right? Yes. So astrology, you guys. So if you begin to understand astrology to the best of your ability, because it is a connectional value of how this realm operates in terms of, the materialism and different things of that nature. They coincide with each other. They're peanut butter to your jelly. They're jelly to your peanut butter. That's how, that's how they go, right? And I picked that up vibrationally from Kiki Palmer. Now, let me explain something to you. We are in service of to everybody, and so the beauty about it is that you will pick up on some things vibrationally through other beings, right? But if you block this saying, oh, they don't know shit, no, we connected, Jack. We could be of service, vibrational service at any given moment. They can see you and change the channel on the radio just to tune into you, just to give you some information, right? I know my sign so much. I tell people what their sign is, and they be shocked on how I know. Right? You're in tune with the vibration of the energy that ported them in. Right? It's a science to that astrology thing, you guys. That's a whole nother genre of clarity, of vibrational clarity or level of consciousness when you are tapped into that aspect, and that's what most business people and successful businesses, they move in alignment to the stars, right? Solstices and different things of that nature. And understand that this Gregorian calendar is heavily connected to the astrological value through rituals. Okay, that's the key to it. That's why I don't really celebrate. I don't celebrate birthdays. I'm not celebrating aging, right? It's already, yeah, they do. And it's not really a secret, to be honest. Like, we got to stop saying that it's a secret. It's just that we are not aware. It's not a secret. It's just that we're not at a vibrational level of awareness. So when we stop saying it's a secret, then it will no longer be a secret. It will reveal itself. It's just the fact that we are just not at that vibrational level of awareness as of yet to be able to understand it and apply it to our relative reality. So it's not really a secret. We just haven't gotten vibrationally astute to where that phenomenon reside, right? That's all it is. Ain't nothing dumb about you. Ain't nothing secret. It's just that we have to vibrate into those vortexes in order to be able to understand it. Yes, I do know Mr. Billy Carson. I've met him. I don't know him like personal. Well, how can I say this? I've met Mr. Billy Carson. I won a computer for being a part of another platform's audience, and between that platform and him, they selected my name, and I ended up winning an Apple laptop. I forgot what it is. I gave it to my son. I ended up winning an Apple laptop, a really nice little Apple laptop that I ended up winning. Yes, he came and he delivered the laptop to my job in his Rolls Royce. You guys, that was epic. I ain't gonna lie. I was like, oh snap. He delivered it he drove all the way from where he was or whatever, and he delivered it to me at my job, and I got that on video. If I find the video, I will send it to you. Yes, I got a lot of his books. Woke Don't Mean Broke, and the Emerald tablets, both in the Emerald tablets. I got 2 of his books. Yes, I purchased, and I've purchased a couple of his seminars and stuff like that. So I've been in the midst of him. Yes, yeah. It's actually, you know what? It's actually, I'm trying to remember. I want to say it was in 2020. It was in 2020. I want to say like June, because it was right when the hot, when COVID was, and we still hugged. We ain't caring about that shit. We wasn't afraid. See, that's the thing, y'all. Boy, I tell you, boy, you can tell us deep spiritual people. We weren't scared. We were like, we hugged and everything. Like, bro, what's up? We hugged and everything, and we was all in the midst of the whole COVID scare and shit, and we hugged and everything, right? So yeah, I met him and stuff. He cool. He cool people. He's cool people. He is having a trip. I wanted to go in October. Now I ain't saying I want to do all that. Cause he about that life. You know what I'm saying? He about making that money. But if you want to learn something, the thing of it is that you can learn from a person's by how they move, right? You can't be a millionaire by hanging around people that are not millionaires, right? You got to put yourself in that vibrational vortex so that you can reap the benefit off of the portal or the energy that sustains them in that space. So, although he is who he is, he's about that life. He's about that money. You know what I'm saying? So that's the thing that you got to understand with that. He is going to the temples. I would love to be in that vicinity. Me and my best friend was talking about going to Egypt, but Egypt hot. Egypt is hot. Egypt is you got to be in shape. I told my best friend want to go to Egypt, and that's not a cheap trip. You know what I'm saying? That's a lot of flying. That's not a cheap trip. And but I might just go. But I think before I go to Egypt, I'm going to go back to Hawaii. I got to go back to Hawaii one more again. I need to go. That's on my agenda right now. For some reason, I'm drawn to Hawaii again. I'm drawn to go to Hawaii. So that's my next venture, to go to Hawaii, right? Right? All right, you guys, I don't want to be on here for too long. I just wanted to share. I would treat you, watch. Okay. I don't want to be on here for too long, but I just wanted to, this is a part of a therapy for me, you guys. You guys are, I did a reel yesterday, giving you guys honor and thanks. You bring me joy. You know what I'm saying? So I want you guys to listen to the lyrics of that reel with Anita Baker, because that's me saying thank you, because you guys helped me, a lot. You know what I'm saying? I don't think that this information would come to me in the manner to which it did if I didn't have, this setup the way that it is. very much therapeutic for me. So I just wanted to give you guys, I saw that post and I know it says, give one word that describes me or whatever the case may be. But I really wanted you guys to listen to the song because it's really truly me thanking you guys for being who you are and being such a great support system in this evolutionary process. That I'm sharing with you guys of myself. Because this is one of the ways that we could also look at, even though you guys are here and you're listening to the lives and different things of that nature, you're still investing, right? You're still energetically investing. And I'm just so grateful that I just wanted to say thank you for that. And that was my way of saying thank you to you all. And just to know that I'm grateful, I'm thankful for all of you, right? So with that being said, I've been on here for 80 minutes. I love YouTube. YouTube keep me on point because, IG don't really, keep me on point with the time, but YouTube keep me on point. And because I don't want to make these lives too long, but I just wanted to share this aspect of, this, my born day with you guys. And I'm grateful. And, I'm grateful for all of the solar return love and everything like that. But in essence, I'm here to be of service to you guys. That is my true purpose of me porting in on June 26, 1973 at 7:02 a.m. That was my port in time that I came into this realm. And I'm grateful to be of service to you all, right? Just left the funeral, supporting a friend, and the energy was heavy. Hopped on here, and here you are. Oh, see, I'm grateful. I'm grateful to be uplifting. Thank you, guys. I love you guys immensely. YouTube and everybody that's on YouTube. The only thing with YouTube, I can't really tell who's here and who's not here, but I'm grateful. I'm grateful for you guys being here, supporting the YouTube channel and the algorithm. Carissa and Mark, you guys always holding down the fort over here. And we had let's see, Ivy Crow came on here. Gratitude for you guys for your presence. And who else? Let me see. It was somebody else that came up here that was from India. I want to see that name. Ivy Crow, Carissa, Arshama, right? Arshama. R. Sharma. I know I said that wrong. So I just wanted to give a shout out in the live for you guys being over here on YouTube. And I'm grateful. Well, so far for me, well, you know me, I'm grateful for anything. So it has been, I have a few people that is a part of my Instagram family. They come over on YouTube to give support to the algorithm. So it's going good for me. And I've had a couple of few subscriptions that some people that have actually subscribed as a result. So I'm grateful for every little bit. It's no rush. Let it materialize itself organically. I love organic aspect of material, of how it's growing and materializing. No different than what this platform over here in IG has done on its own by its own creation. I have not been on social media a lot. They paused the live. I have not been on social media a lot, doing some self-healing, so I am happy to hear you step out of it. Yes, yes, I did step out, Tori. And it's because of you and the many of the times during live that you have encouraged me to, step out and branch out over here. You are a part of that process, so I am grateful to you as well for, giving me the courage and encouragement to go over here and do this. So that's a beautiful thing. So thank you to you specifically and all of the others that has since, joined my YouTube channel and everything. I'm grateful for your subscription. Thank you, as always, right? Oh, thank you, Mama. I'm grateful. We are here for each other. We just have to get into that space to realize that we are our brother's keeper at some capacity, even if it's just us being quiet and emitting our frequency. We are our brother's keeper. The world needs you. The time is now. Yes, beautiful times. Beautiful times right now. Like I said, my knee don't hurt no more. That was a significant thing for me. Because that was something that I was like, not, something that would catch my attention to show me that, it's shit going on. We are going through a phenomenon, an energetic phenomenon. Thank you, Miss Galaxy Goddess. Gratitude. Thank you. Like, oh, okay, thank you. Tell him happy solar return, happy born day. Tell them happy born day. We are birthday twins, right? We're born day twins or Porter day twins, however you want to call it. I don't know what you guys call it, but we are twins, right? Gratitude for your presence, and just having to tell them to have an amazing day today. I took off work today, so I'm free willy today. I don't know what I'm going to do, but just probably just go in there and my husband put down this rug that I had, so I was happy for that. I bought a carpet for my room to change up the colors of my room. I bought a carpet, so our bed is like so heavy and stuff like that, so it's a task. It's a task to put that carpet in there. Oh, that carpet on top of the thing. So but yeah, that's what I'm planning on doing today, just chilling, chillaxing. All right. Well, thank you, Euphoric. I'm grateful. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you all. Thank you all. And you guys, I'm going to end now, but have an amazing, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful day. I love you guys immensely. If you guys get a chance, you can check it out. You can check out the beginning of the live here on IG, but also if you would like to go over to try to get these videos into the algorithm, so that YouTube can spotlight them and different things of that nature. You can also look at the video over here on YouTube as well to support the algorithm over there. No, I do this once a day, Tori. Unless something like comes up, I do it once a day. I'm growing. I'm growing though. At least I'm doing it though. At least Tori, now let me. You got. I'm just a baby. I'm coming out my comfort zone, but I'm still a little a walk, crawl, right? I'm trying. I'm trying. All right. So I love you guys. Have an amazing, blissful day, and I shall commence to talking with you guys later, right? Oh, thank you, Mama. I'm grateful. Thank you, Tori. All right, you guys. I love you guys immensely. Have a wonderful, wonderful day. Mwah. Later. Also, thank you, Mr. Mark, Mr. Overett. I love you, and thank you for bringing out that silly side of me. It don't take much for you to get me going. I love you guys. Later.